Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel for another soft vinyl statue unboxing and review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man by Star Race from the classic 1984 movie Ghostbusters. So let's get the elephant in the room out of the way straight away. Mentioning the word Star Race tends to provoke a bit of a mixed bag of responses in the figure collecting world, and that's being polite. Now, I only have one Star Race figure in my collection. I've got the Steve McQueen as Virgil Hilts from The Great Escape, and I have to say, I think it's a really good figure. But let's just say they can be hit and miss, and the less said about their recent Rocky II figures, the better. But this is not a critique of Star Race. We're here to look at the soft vinyl statue of the Marshmallow Man himself, which is a relatively simple design, so fingers crossed it's hard to screw up. I got this as a companion piece to go with my recent acquisition of the Blitzway Ghostbusters. There is a review for that on my channel, so please check it out. The review will take the usual format. Well, no, it'll be slightly different because there's no real accessories to look at here, although this is the deluxe version, which does come with the swap out head and the swap out hands, but we'll look at those when we look at the figure to save on time. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at the box, then it'll be out with Stay Puft himself onto the turntable, and we'll have a close-up look at him, and then we'll be cutting to a mini showcase and wrapping the whole thing up. Maybe introducing the other Ghostbusters for good measure, even though the scale might be slightly off. Just before we jump into the box, I'd like to say a huge thank you to William Wang for providing me with this final statue. As always, there'll be a link to his Facebook page in the description below. If it's anything, soft vinyl statues, quarter scale action figures, statues, 6-scale figures, anything at all, anything of that ilk that you're after, drop him a line and I'm sure I'll be more than willing to help you out. And while we're on thank yous, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel, everyone who's hit that like button, hit that bell notification icon, who's commented on the reviews. Just a huge shout out and thank you for supporting the channel. It is much appreciated. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already done so, please mash that bell notification icon and subscribe button so you don't miss anything. We have loads more content coming up, and we'll do a brief list as we always do before we go over to the mini showcase. So yeah, the box itself. Now, I believe this is an officially licensed product. I've checked around the back of this box and it's got Columbia Pictures all over it, so I think it's safe to say it's officially licensed. It's got Ghostbusters slapped on the side here. You've got the Ghostbusters symbol here. Quite a big box because this is a hefty chap. You've got a photo on the front here. I believe this is a still from the film. I don't think this is the figure, judging by, because I've quickly revisited the sequence with Stay Puft in, and yeah, that looks like a still from the movie itself. You've got Stay Puft here, Marshmallow Man, Star Race in the top right-hand corner, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man at the bottom here, 30cm soft vinyl statue. On the side there, I'll angle this so you can see it. There's another, I'm not sure whether that's an image from the film or of the figure itself. Too close to be able to judge, but yeah, once again, Ghostbusters symbol at the bottom, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Around the other side, you've got this sort of line drawing of what looks like a proton pack to me, and once again, Star Race at the bottom. Around the back, you've got a brief description of how he fits into the Ghostbusters film. Couple of pictures here. Now these are the swap out heads that come with the deluxe version, the DX version. We'll take a look at those when we bring the big guy out. Yeah, just the usual warnings and bits and pieces on the bottom. Don't piss this figure off or it might stomp on a church. On the top of the box, I'll just spin it round, we have Stay Puft Marshmallow Man again, and I'm assuming it's the same on the bottom. No, just pretty blank on the bottom. Yeah, that's where all your warnings are, and all your credits as well. So yeah, there you go. Nice box, nicely presented. So without further ado, let's bring out Marshmallow Man himself. Okay, so here he is, straight out of the box, straight onto the turntable. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. First impressions, yeah. If, like me, you're a refugee from the 80s, as soon as I got this guy out the box and onto the turntable, it put a huge smile on my face. It's just one of those characters that plucks at the nostalgia strings of my heart and never fails to put an enormous smile on my face. Let's say first impressions though, screen accuracy is there, most certainly 100%. It's a very simple figure. It would be very, very difficult to get this guy wrong. Yeah, it looks suitably imposing. What we'll do as always though, we'll have a quick close-up look at him. Let's stop this turntable from spinning and bring him back into shot. Now he's about 11.5 inches tall, 30 centimeters. Soft vinyl, obviously. Now I believe, although he's got some heft to him, I believe this is actually hollow. It feels like very, very thick vinyl, but it feels like he may be hollow, especially in this body section. Another thing that struck me straight away as well is the paintwork here. Obviously he's all white, but what Star Ace have done here is actually picked out where the marshmallows meet on his arms and on his legs. They've actually done a sort of a light blue turquoisey wash, and that's also the case actually on the hat as well, on both heads. And what that does is it gives it sort of a three-dimensional depth that if it was just matte white, I don't think it would have. Now I'd have to go back and check the film for the screen accuracy of that, but yeah, I can't see with this being an officially licensed product them letting it go if it wasn't. But yeah, it just gives it that extra dimension and that extra depth, and yeah, I really like that. So working our way up, we've got this, what I'm going to call it, a sailor collar. There'll be a term for it. I don't know what that term is, so I'm going to call it a sailor collar. Sailor collar's all material. It's a deep blue with a white stripe, which I know is screen accurate. You've got this red ribbon at the front, which is attached around his neck, and that's all material, which is nice to see. Also, the ribbon on his hat is real ribbon, not sculpted plastic. I also noticed as well, straight out of the box, is that this collar is actually wired as well. So if you're wanting to futz around with it and pose it, get some dynamic posing out of it. I'm not quite sure why you'd want to do that because there's no articulation here. But yeah, it's an option if you're wanting to fiddle around with it. The head sculpt itself, exceptionally accurate. It's very simple, like I say, difficult to get wrong. That smile is spot on. The paintwork's nice, the pink tongue. Yeah, what I believe are plastic eyes that have been stuck on here. You've got that slight hint of cheeks and eyebrows. And the hat itself is screen accurate in proportion. Good to know at this point that the actual ribbon around here, well, it's not actually a ribbon. This is just painted straight on to where it says Stay Puffed around the hat. It's just painted straight onto the vinyl. Head and hands swap out. This is the DX version. It does come with a set of instructions. Now, if I need a set of instructions to swap out a head and a pair of hands, after being in the figure game for this long, there's something seriously wrong. So I'm going to do that bloke thing and put these to one side unopened. Let's get him off the turntable and swap out these hands and these heads. It's very, very simple. Just apply a bit of pressure and off it comes. Now there's been some colour up here by the looks of it. I'm assuming that this is a very deep blue. This sailor collar, and it looks like there's been a little bit of rub, possibly in transit. This is a brand new figure, literally just been opened. Something to watch out for. It's okay here on the underside of the head, simply because obviously you're not going to see the underside of the head, but yeah, might be a little bit of concern of that rubbing on the body. Yeah, keep an eye on that, but yeah, let's put on the alternate head, the evil head, and that's going to take a bit of pressure, but there you go. We've already got one fisted hand on this. Let's swap out this other one for the other fisted hand. Just bear with me. So this is a brand new, straight out of the box figure. So some of these joints are going to be a little bit difficult to manipulate. Also, as well, actually, but before we put this on, they've also used that blue wash on the hands, which gives it that extra depth as well. So it's good to see. So we'll just pop on the fisted hand. If it wants to go on, there we go. And let's pop him back on the turntable. And so there you go. That's the evil-headed, fisted hand version of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It's difficult, actually, for me to pick which of these heads I prefer. I do like this one, but I don't know. I think I'm more drawn to the just the silly grin. head sculpt. I don't know why. I just think it's the fact that he's destroying or trying to destroy New York with an inane grin on his face just puts a smile on my face as well. So there you have it. That is Star Racer's take on the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. I suppose all it remains for me to say is thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review. My personal opinion, I think it's great. I'm absolutely loving this. More of a toy than an action figure maybe, but yeah, it just pushes all the buttons for me. And it's a thumbs up to Star Race for the work that they put into this. But yeah, I suppose all it remains for me to say is thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon. We have a lot more content coming up in the not too distant future. What we got coming up? Off the top of my head, we've got Iconic Studios, Muhammad Ali. Really looking forward to that. That's coming in soon. We're still waiting on the Horror of Dracula, the double pack from Caustic Plastic. That's due in soon. What else? Venturing into the quarter scale statue world again with Prime One Studios and Blitzway's Paul Atreides. We've got Redmond Studios Dracula Blue, Present Toys Anton Chigurh. There's lots of stuff. Suffice it to say, there is lots of stuff, both quarter scale and 6 scale on the horizon. So, as I say, hit that bell notification icon so you're not missing anything. So, all it remains for me to say is thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, happy collecting, and it's over to the mini showcase.